Okay, today I'm going to show you how to do an exposed zipper. Now, the first thing I want to do is mark on my fabric. I'm going to measure the halfway mark. Let's see, about 4 3/4. All right, I'm going to make a line straight down the fabric. I'll line up my zipper. I want to end my line to just below where the zipper stop is. So I'll put it maybe right about here. And I also want to mark that on my zipper. Okay, so I've got my zipper marked. Now I want to make a straight line. This is going to be my opening. I want to measure up a 1/2 inch from that bottom line and then over just 1/4 of an inch on each side. So make marks just like that. I'll make a little triangle there. Okay, that's going to be the bottom opening of your exposed zipper. All right, so now we're ready to move on to the sewing machine. Okay, as you can see, I put my skinny zipper foot on the machine. And then the first thing I want to do, I'm going to lay down my zipper. It's going to go face down. I want to line up that line that I marked on my zipper. So I'm going to transfer this to the back. So I'm going to line that line up with the line I put on my fabric, the bottom line. That's where you want to line it up, and you're just going to be sewing the base of that triangle there. Okay, you just want to get the bottom line on that triangle, and it goes about 1/4 of an inch out on either side of the zipper. Okay, and if you look closely at the zipper, there's like a different line of stitching about 1/4 inch in. And that's where I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew in between those 2 lines of stitching. Alright, so I'll do a couple lines of stitching. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to cut up my opening. I'm going to cut down that line and out the side of these triangles just to the edges of my stitching. Then I can take my zipper flip it around. Now I can line up my seam allowance. And I'm just going to stitch a 1/4 inch in from the raw edge, just right down the edge of that zipper. Sewing a 1/4 inch in from the raw edge. Going all the way up the side of that zipper. Then when I get to the top, I'm going to move my zipper pull out of the way and continue stitching. Turn back tag at the very top. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. And move your zipper foot out of the way when you need to. Then when you flip it over, you have this nice exposed zipper. And then the very last step is to just do some top stitching. Press everything out and then top stitch, right? Usually do about a 1/16 inch from the folded edge, the seam edge. But you can always also just line up the edge of your skinny zipper foot with the edge of that seam there. Whenever I get down to the corners, I just do a little turn of that flywheel just to make sure I'm right on target. And there you have it, an exposed zipper.